We can start with the U.S. Senate race, which didn't turn out to be much of a surprise. It was billed as a barn burner at the beginning of the year, but Marco Rubio for the Republicans and Patrick Murphy for the Democrats cruised. I mean, we're talking upwards of 60% against big fields. Yeah. Right now, to show you how far Alan Grayson has fallen, the Democratic firebrand from Orlando, he is struggling to cut him ahead of Pam Keith, and the falling behind Patrick Murphy.
Possibly third in his race,
yeah,
which is not something a lot of folks would have predicted a couple months ago.
No, so you're going to have a Murphy-Rubio race in November. That's actually my column for tomorrow. You can check. Actually, it's online right now.
Yeah,
you can
it's already up. It's already up. You're quick,
but
Scott.
you are going. Folks are going to be bombarded with ads over the next 2 months for those two. Yeah.
And what do you think is going to be the main issue in that race? You know, I found it interesting that after Marco Rubio said he just absolutely would not run again for the Senate, he then did, and after denouncing Donald Trump in the presidential primary, he seemed to be most recently in a contest with Baruch over who liked Trump more.
Marco Rubio is going to have trouble with Donald Trump as baggage. If Trump's numbers go up in the polls, maybe okay. But right now he's trying to walk this fine wire, and and that's going to be a challenge. You're right. He flip-flopped. In Marco Rubio's own words, he claimed that he had promised. He said, "quote 10,000 times he would not run for re-election," and then he did.
Right.
So there's going to be a lot of Trump connecting. There's going to be a lot of flip-flopping accusations against Rubio. I'm going to say they'll all be fair. On the flip side, Rubio's people are going to be hitting Murphy for being inflating his credentials, for being a privileged boy father whose father was responsible for much of his success, and some of that will be true as well. So it's going to be ugly, and this will be one of the swing. There's only a handful of Senate seats that actually control the Senate and are in play, and will be one of them.
All right. So again, those races have already been called, and that stuff's pretty well set.